Crypto trading bots are a hot topic in the Web 3.0 space. Imagine being able to create an app that just prints money while you sleep. Well, that's the exact power that you have as a blockchain developer. But if you want to make this work, then you need to know what you're doing. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the top strategy for creating a crypto trading bot that actually works. I'm going to talk about all this as a blockchain developer myself with trading bot experience. So if you're new around here, hey, I'm Gregory. On this channel, I turn you into a blockchain master. So if that's something that you're interested in, then smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to this channel. All right, so let's jump into this. Let's talk about the top strategy for creating a crypto trading bot that actually works. So let's first of all just dispel some misconceptions that you might have. You know, one of the most popular types of crypto trading bot is a bot that tries to predict the future price of cryptocurrency. Like, let's say you have a Bitcoin trading bot and it's trying to figure out when Bitcoin's going to go up and when Bitcoin's going to go down so they can buy, sell, short, whatever. Well, the problem with these crypto trading bots that try to predict the future price is they usually just blow up on you and you can really easily blow your account. So that's not actually the type of strategy I want to talk about in this video. What I want to talk about is an arbitrage trading bot that takes advantage of opportunities right now. And the strategies that you can actually implement for creating your own custom arbitrage bot and do things that other people aren't doing. So even if you understand what an arbitrage bot is already, that's exactly what I'm going to talk about in this video, so definitely want to pay attention and watch this all the way through. And that's exactly what I'm going to try to create inside the Trading Bot Masterclass on Thursday, October 6th. So make sure you hold your spot with the link down below. All right, so just a quick illustration of what an arbitrage trading bot is in case you're just not familiar. So again, this takes advantage of opportunities right now inside the marketplace. So instead of trying to predict future cryptocurrency price, it looks for price discrepancies that exist right now on different exchanges. Like, let's say a token trades for $100 on one exchange and then $101 on a different exchange. It's a $1 price difference. You can simply buy on one exchange and sell on another. And you can have a bot that watches for this discrepancy and then essentially does it for you, okay? So that's where the bot comes into play. And you as a developer, you're doing this with a decentralized crypto trading bot. So essentially it talks to the blockchain itself because, you know, you could do this on a website like Coinbase or FTX where you go look at different cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and try to arbitrage. But the problem with that is that the price might move on you by the time you move your funds from one exchange to another. Now, there's other techniques you can use to mitigate this. But the whole point is with decentralized finance or DeFi, you as a developer have open access to all of these decentralized exchanges out there like Uniswap, SushiSwap, et cetera, that are powered by smart contracts. And then you just create your own custom smart contracts that hook into those and then, facilitate the swap between each exchange whenever you're going to, do that arbitrage. And the big benefit here is the price cannot move on you whenever you attempt that trade. And in addition to this benefit, you can also introduce flash loans, which allow you to borrow, millions of dollars of cryptocurrency basically for free with zero money down and no collateral so that you can actually do those trades without having to front the capital up front. And the great thing about flash loans is that there's no risk that you can lose this money. So it's great. The cryptocurrency price can't change on you when you're trying to do the trade. And then also if you're borrowing money to execute the trade, there's no risk that you can lose these borrow funds either because the logic inside the smart contracts that you create that are part of your trading bot prevent all of this from happening. And that's the exact type of bot that I'm going to show you how to create inside that Trading Bot Masterclass, where you can, create smart contracts that take out flash loans, that trade between two different exchanges, and then having a searcher bot that watches for the opportunities in the marketplace and then calls those smart contracts to execute these arbitrage opportunities. And so what I want to do for the rest of this video is give you some tips on how to make this type of bot profitable, okay? Because if you've been watching this space at all, you might have seen people say, hey, this has gotten really competitive. Like there are some people with really fast rigs and like privileged access to the mempool who can do this better. And so it's true, the arbitrage space has gotten more competitive, but let me talk about some strategies that you can use to actually win in this space. So let's start off with the competition. So, one potential strategy is trying to actually be competitive in this space, okay? And going after big arbitrage opportunities, okay? So now the problem with that strategy is you have to have, privileged access. You have to have better, faster hardware, and you got to be honestly just a really good developer that can compete with other really good developers who have the capital and the resources to do all this stuff. So honestly, I don't think that's the best strategy for most people. So what I would recommend instead is doing something different, basically going after opportunities that the really big competitive players are not necessarily going after. And so let me talk about what that looks like. So essentially, whenever you're doing, arbitrage trading, you're trading different cryptocurrencies on different exchanges, okay? So like if you go to Uniswap, for example, you just tell what cryptocurrency you have and which cryptocurrency that you want to purchase, okay? And then you might, do that arbitrage to a different DEX like Sushi Swap, for example. Okay, so there's so many different trading pairs on each cryptocurrency exchange. So like if I just put in ETH here, there's thousands of other tokens that I could potentially swap it for. Okay, so each of those trading pairs represents a new arbitrage opportunity if the price changes on a different exchange. Okay, so you can see a list of all the tokens on top of just the Ethereum blockchain alone for ERC20 tokens. We're talking about thousands of tokens here. All right, and then talk about all the different exchanges. Okay, it's not just Uniswap and Sushi Swap. If you look at all the DEXs, across all the different EVM compatible chains, you've got Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Dodo, Balancer, blah, 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 blah. We're talking dozens of different cryptocurrency exchanges. So you take thousands of cryptocurrencies, have all the possible trading pairs that are associated with those cryptocurrencies. You multiply that across the number of decentralized exchanges that are on one ecosystem itself, like Ethereum or the EVM compatible blockchains. And then you multiply that opportunity one more time with all the different EVM compatible chains out there, because you have all these other blockchains like Ethereum that support Solidity smart contracts like Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, Polygon, all the Ethereum layer 2 scaling solutions like Arbitrum, Optimism, etc., etc. And if you can create these bots with these Solidity smart contracts, then you have the tools that you need to create your own custom strategy for any of these different parameters on any of these different networks. And that's exactly how you find other opportunities that some of the really competitive players aren't necessarily going after. So the strategy here is basically to create your own unique thing that other people aren't doing and being the first person to do it, and then capitalize on those opportunities rather than trying to be the best at the opportunities that everybody else is already going for. And when you change any of these parameters, then new opportunities are definitely going to emerge. All right, so next way to be competitive, and this kind of ties in with the previous point of essentially looking for opportunities that other players aren't looking for, is to go after smaller arbitrage opportunities, basically to get started, and also as a viable long-term solution, okay? So if you're going to make money with arbitrage, you can scale out the opportunity one of two ways. You can do it with vertical scaling. You can look for bigger arbitrage opportunities where you're, doing like a $50,000 arbitrage, for example, or you do it with a smaller opportunity like a $50 arbitrage and do that multiple times over and over and over again so that it adds up to a bigger sum over time. It looks like doing those, subsequently over and over, rinse and repeat. So that's what a lot of people don't necessarily focus on, is the smaller arbitrages that can add up over time, okay? So even with flash loans, there's a misconception that, just because you can borrow millions of dollars of cryptocurrency to do trading, it doesn't mean you always have to borrow that much money, okay? You can do this with smaller amounts of money, okay, and do it multiple times over and over again. So you can see examples on my screen right here. This is an arbitrage transaction that's about, it's a $50-ish profit, okay? Or this one over on Binance Smart Chain, okay, which is like a $3 profit, okay? So again, a $3 profit's not much to write home about, neither is a $50 profit. But what if you could do that and you could nail it and you could scale it and do it over and over and over again, okay? Or you take the learnings from that and then maybe you get to the point where you could be competitive with some of the bigger players in this space. That's the other big way that, most people aren't doing. There's definitely a viable path forward to creating a profitable bot. And that's the exact bot that I'm going to show you inside that Trading Bot Masterclass on Thursday, October 6th. Inside, I'm going to show you how to create Solidity smart contracts that arbitrage between two different cryptocurrency exchanges that uses flash loans to do this, so that you don't have to have your own money in order to do the trading. And then you can actually take this and customize it to change out different cryptocurrency exchanges, to implement those different trading pairs like I was talking about, and then deploy this to any EVM compatible blockchain where you can actually do the solutions so that you can implement the strategies like I'm talking about in this video. So make sure you hold your spot with the link down below today. All right, so that's all I've got. Hope you like this video. As always, smash that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And until next time, thanks for watching Dapp University.